Today, people, I'm doing a Uber Eats ride along with one of my subscribers and good friend. Her name is Ashley. Introduce yourself to him, Ashley.
Hey everyone, how are you today on
Hold on,
this?
baby. Let me flip around.
Hi everyone.
Oh my goodness, there we go. Okay.
How's everyone on this beautiful Saturday? It's
Okay
kind of
then.
gloomy a little bit, but we're gonna make money instead.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
So I have a few questions I want to ask you on this ride along. You mind answering a few questions?
Not at all.
Okay then. So how often do you do Uber Eats during the week?
Usually I will do it anywhere between 3 to 5 times a week. It depends on how much I work my other job because it's just part-time for me.
Okay.
How I'm feeling, the weather, it's very flexible. So if there's something going on, I don't have to work. I can skip a day or what have you. But I've noticed there's a few days that aren't as busy, so I tend to go on the ones that I know are busier. So probably more like 3 or 4 days a week.
Okay then. I must say that you're driving a beautiful vehicle here. I mean, this is. Let me give y'all a. What is this? What is
It's
this?
a Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited.
This is the L edition, isn't it?
Yes, it is the L
Wow.
edition.
What is it? 22, 24? What is it?
22.
Ooh, look at this thing right here. This is a beautiful vehicle. It has that black wood grain and it's got the tan seats.
Yeah.
I see you got that sheet on there so it won't mess
You're not getting nobody's drink or food on my seat.
I know that's right. I know that's right. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful vehicle. So give the people a little bit of about Ashley. So what?
Well, I mean, I'm a single mom to 3 kids.
Okay.
They're all adults now, and they've all graduated from high school. So
Okay.
some of the reason I do this is because I do need to fill that void where I'm not running to sports and super busy anymore. Mom life has kind of stopped. But I also use it as a form of exercise because if I can move, I'm going to move.
I know that's right.
Then I know I'm doing something for that day.
Right, because there's a lot of jumping in and out the car and stuff like that.
We've got an order we can take.
Okay then. Okay. So the gas in this vehicle. Now, this is that Jeep L, that Jeep Cherokee L. So I'm pretty sure that it takes this far almost $100 to fill this thing up, isn't it?
Yes, it will. For a full tank, it will. I mean, and I usually do fill it up. I will actually make sure I make enough to keep on the card to always, because I use my Uber Eats card to pay for my gas because you get money back for it. So it gives me a few cents back, but I will always keep enough on there to make sure I can put gas in this because without the gas, I can't Uber.
Okay then.
So, but gas prices are high. I am choosy. I know a lot of people are very funny about their ratings and being top performer and all that. Well, that's for my first job. For this job, I'm just about making the money. So if it doesn't make sense financially, I'm not going to take it.
So your first job is what do you do in your first job?
I work at WellPoint Insurance Company. As a grievance and appeals rep. So
you've been doing that a long time?
Over 15 years.
Wow.
So that's
that's customer service basically, right?
Yeah, it's not in person. It is, over the phone more than anything, but I still have to deal with customer service, and I have been for a really long time. So this is nothing different, but to be honest, sometimes you just get very complacent with jobs where you don't have to be face to face with people. And then after everything with COVID, I just feel it's very nice to get out and interact with people, especially since I don't have any kids at home anymore.
And it shouldn't be that hard dealing with the people in the public because it's the same type of customer service.
It is. You still find people that are absolutely horrible, but honestly, I'm not going to let you bring me out of my good mood or character just because you can't get it together that day.
Okay. So you got an order you going to pick up?
Now I'm going to get Taco Bell order.
She's picking up an order from
our friend Robert. Robert wants Taco Bell.
She's picking up an order from Taco Bell, and you know, we're gonna get back to this in a minute. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, like I've never did Uber Eats. Now I've done DoorDash, and but mostly I have been doing like I've done rideshare. You know, that's a different animal. You know, you're picking up people, you're delivering people, not food. And you know, you got all types of personalities, and whew, you're dealing with people's situations and problems on a daily basis. So that is kind of like it's delivering food and stuff is a little bit and packages and stuff is a little bit more easier gig wise because you don't have to pick up people and deal with all the stuff that comes with people. You know what I mean? Um, I would like to say hello to everybody that has joined the live. And hey man, look, this live thing for me is kind of new. I've done lives before in the past, but man, I'm about to open Rideshare RealTalk up, and I'm about to get the gig workers a voice. Somebody need to hear us. You know what I'm saying? Damn the complaining to your family members and you know, getting on YouTube, posting videos, don't know about it. Oh, Rideshare Real Talk about to give you a platform so we can talk. That's what I'm going to do. Stay tuned, though. But look, how's everybody doing out there today? Okay, okay. Yeah, man, you know, I was invited on this ride along by a friend of mine, you know, that does Uber Eats and DoorDash. And, you know, I took upon that. I said, hey, let's just do it. You know what I'm saying? Get out here and do a little bit of Uber eating, make some money. I'm trying to see what's going on with it, but I know it's a caveat to it. Because it's a caveat to everything, you know what I mean? So, yeah. So, how's everybody doing today? Anybody out there making any money today? You know what I'm saying? If it ain't making money, it don't make sense. You know, you can get your drinks and things later. That's what I'm going to do. Once I sell in for the night, I'm going to get me some drinks. Listen to some music, you know. You said, how old am I? Man, how old am I? How old do I look? Yeah, Uber can be a piece of shit. Lyft is even bigger shit. But there's a way that you can make it work for you. And I can tell you this from experience. If you're doing anything emotional, oh, it's going to make it even worse. So, I mean, even knowing that Uber and Lyft is fucked up with their bullshit, you know what I mean? If it's something that you need to do right now to make it work, you know what I'm saying? You just have to get the emotion out of it. Basically become numb and figure out ways to better yourself and your financial situation so you won't have to do this shit. You know what I mean? But as long as you need it, you have to figure out a way to keep a smile on your face. That's what I had to do. You know what I mean? I did everything I could to stop from breaking down and crying. You know what I mean? Because it was awful. When I was in the Lyft Express Drive program, whoa, Jesus Christ. Man, I wouldn't wish it on nobody. Now, I will say this. to those of you that may join the that may join the Lyft Express program that's driving in a high demand area, you all may do pretty good. You know what I'm saying? You might do, better than some people that have joined the Lyft Express drive program that's in low demand areas. Uber's my nephew is in the Uber rental car program. He was also in the Lyft Express program too. He says that the Uber rental car program is a little bit better. Because you get to touch your money. You can withdraw your money every day. You just have to make sure that payment for that car payment is there for the Uber rental car program. Lyft, nah, that money gonna stay there until you make that car payment. Yeah. Uber requires a deposit too. And that deposit stays there the whole time that you're driving in that rental car program, just like Lyft. And if your shit ain't right, they're gonna take that deposit. So you can get out there and get to running red lights and tolls and stuff all you want them. They're gonna get you. Hey, so is there anybody in here that does Uber Eats or DoorDash or Walmart Spark or Grubhub or anything? Good Lord, this order is taking a long time for her to get it. This will run me crazy. Yeah, this will run me crazy right here. If I had to do an order like this that took this long, it would run me crazy. You know what I mean? That order took you quite a long time, didn't it?
I know, and they were making it when I got in there. I don't know if they're just busy.
Okay.
Had quite a few mobile orders.
Okay,
what
then.
Have you, but we got it, so the food is secured.
So is that kind of annoying to you that because Versus a rideshare driver, we pick a person up, we drop them off, we on to the next.
Yeah.
Right? Now, you pulled up here, it took you all of 10 to 15, 10, 12 minutes to get this order?
Something like that. So usually Taco Bell is pretty good. There are some places that I won't pick up from, especially on certain days, and I won't necessarily, call them out to, I'm not trying to badmouth any restaurants or anything.
Right. But the people,
they don't move. They just, maybe they have too many customers or they're just really, really busy that day. But some places are just hard to get your orders quick. Sometimes when you get in an order, you may have to judge when you get in there. Okay. If it's not ready and they say it's going to be 15 minutes, okay, well, would that really benefit you? Is it that kind of order you really want to do that?
I mean, basis the wait, versus the wait time versus the amount of money that you're going to get paid for that trip.
And if it's worth it, then take it and stand there. Or if it's the last one you're taking for the night, or you haven't gotten any all night, there are plenty of times I take orders that don't make sense just to keep the ball rolling, or so to speak, or to let the system see that I'm really trying to actually do orders, even a few that don't make sense. But with gas prices now, it has to make at least a little bit of sense.
Yeah, I understand.
I mean, you can't ask me to drive 30 miles for $5. That's unreasonable.
Well, so. I mean, will the algorithm actually do that?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of times it'll do stuff like that, and then they'll even try to trick you when you don't take it. Of course, they lower your rating and all that. So I don't even think I've ever stayed the highest rating in this since I've been doing it, and I do it pretty faithfully, but I just don't do it the way they intend for me to do it because I am selective about the rides I choose.
Okay then.
But yeah, they'll trick you and throw another order at you that looks a little different and it looks more, but all it is they just took that first one that you didn't want and added another one to it to trick you.
Yeah, there's it, doubling them up.
Yeah.
Man, trying to get you to take. Yeah, that's kind of bad.
Yeah, but I'm sure a lot of apps do that. DoorDash used to do the same thing.
Now, a question I want to ask you, right? Because when it comes down to like the Uber Eats and DoorDash, which one would you say is the better?
Well, I can't speak for everybody else and their regions or the situations they're in. But
you mean the city and the state that they may be,
whether they drive their own car or whatever the situation is. But for me personally, I did both. I still do both sometimes, but I found that Uber Eats paid more. I don't know if it was the system itself. I don't know that they charge people less. Maybe it's the clientele that they tend to draw to the Uber Eats versus I did notice that DoorDash was a very much more popular one than Uber Eats, but I have made better money doing the Uber Eats and tend to make better tips.
So and basically what you're saying is the demand in your city, which here is Chesterfield, Virginia, right?
I try to stay in Chesterfield.
Okay.
And it's surrounding
counties, right?
I will go outside the county from time to time, especially if I'm just trying to make money. Like on a Saturday like today, it's daytime. I will go. I mean, I do take safety into caution. I'm realistic that there's just some areas I don't need to be in at certain times of night, so I do avoid some things like that. But other than that, no, I don't really have a hard time or a problem though either. I have had to deliver in areas that some people may not want to, and everybody was super nice, so I never had issues with that. But I understand that I am by myself and I need to take my caution and safety into consideration.
Okay,
so I
yes.
do understand that.
Yeah, yes, okay. Now, so what is one of your pet peeves when it comes to Uber Eats, being an Uber Eats driver?
Well, honest to God, I can think of at least two that come right to mind, and some of it can. These are both things that the people that are something about that it's not a big deal, and sometimes they can, sometimes they can, but and when it would be the numbers to their addresses. Unfortunately, some neighborhoods display the numbers for them very well, but some of these older neighborhoods, the mailboxes are falling apart or they're faded. It's very hard at night to see the numbers as is, and I don't want to deliver somebody's food wrong.
Yeah.
I want to give you your food. That's the point of this. I enjoy doing it as a customer service base. I don't want your food. Right. I have my own money. I can buy it myself. Yeah. So the other thing is the front porch lights, especially during times when it's bad weather, because even when we had all that snow and ice, a lot of people were very kind. Be careful, my driveway slips, stuff like that. But I experienced a lot of driveways porches and stuff that were covered in snow and ice, and there was no light. I do carry a flashlight because I experienced that so much that I, have to have a flashlight to be able to see. So your yards have sticks in them. They have leaves. They have rocks and stumps and stuff that we may not be familiar with. You don't want nobody falling in your yard and trying to.
Yeah, and you may drop the food as well.
Yeah, and I really want to, but no, other than that, those are the two biggest things that I think that if just took a second to take a step back and think about it from our perspective, then they could, like the numbers. I go into some of these newer neighborhoods and they're making the numbers up on the houses, or they're brand new numbers. So just if you have a house that your number's really difficult to see, give me some good directions. Then we can work together and I'll still get you your food.
Okay.
That's a workaround. The front porch light, come on, people. That's just common sense. Just turn your front porch light on for me so I can make sure you get your food.
Now, as far as the maps that you use in Uber Eats, which map you find is the better option for you, and how accurate do you think the map is that you're using?
I believe the one I use is the Google Maps.
Okay.
I have an iPhone, but I'm not as familiar to iPhones. I've had it for a few years, but prior to that, I was always an Android person.
Okay.
But This one I like it because it also kind of highlights the actual. Sorry, everybody. 10725. Gotta find the number. Don't like it when they're on the main road. Those kind of suck a little
Yeah, they hinder the traffic.
Yeah.
And people are impatient. Drivers are impatient.
And see, then things happen like that where you pass it.
Okay.
And then you got to turn around. But don't judge me. I'm non-directional. I can tell it. They made GPS for me. I'm telling you, that's what they made it for. So, but no, I just turn around. I don't let little things like that get to me. I'm gonna get it.
Do you ever find that putting your hazard lights on when you're on a main road and the addresses are,
That is a very good idea. I do think you should do that. That's probably what I should be doing on this road. So we're gonna do that.
Yeah, so
I would recommend it. It's not going to stop people from being not very nice.
Yeah, impatient.
Yeah, but unfortunately, there's not much you can do about that. It's the fishy one, I'm pretty sure. Yep, 10725. But you know what?
It's a nice neighborhood.
I don't mind. As long as I can find it, I don't get lost. I'm okay. I don't even mind the dark.
Okay, then.
So, all right, let me give Robert his food.
All right, then.
I know he's hungry.
Yeah, so like she was on the main road, and when you're delivering something on the main road, of course I know you've seen the Amazon trucks on the main road, and when you're trying to get somewhere, you see the Amazon truck. Oh man, it just tears you all to pieces. What in the world is he doing? So is that how the drivers treat you when you're on these trying to get on these main roads?
Honestly, I think they treat me worse, and the only reason I say that is because I'm not a delivery driver truck.
Right.
I'm not the mail person. See, they expect that from them. They may get annoyed, they may cuss, say bad or whatever, drive aggressively around them, but they know that those kind of cars are going to be making frequent stops and stuff. When you have a normal driver, especially on some of the roads off of
right.
Areas where it's more open, or the I don't know, and speed limits faster. It just depends on the road. But look, and we always wear our seatbelt for safety. That's
the most important
of me, y'all.
The most important thing is when you're dealing with driving out on these main roads, driving period, you have to be careful because you got your road ragers and
you can't let them get to you. I just drive the speed limit. I just drive the speed limit. If they have a big enough problem, then go around me.
Right.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to wreck my car because you got aggression.
Okay, I see. So you say East is pretty good in your area, in the location that you're driving at.
Yeah, see, and they try to get you out of, like they're trying to give me one now to send me all the way to Petersburg.
Oh, wow.
But $14 for almost 18 miles is kind of, I'd rather get, like at least $2 a mile. That'd be nice. But with gas prices they are now, I try to aim for at least $1 a mile.
Yeah.
Maybe that's kind of high.
But see, it's still kind of, it's not that in my personal opinion, you have to do what's comfortable for you. You know what I'm saying? If $1 a mile is what you feel is reasonable, then I feel like, and you feel like you can work with that, because you have some people that might not do $1 a mile. They're gonna sit there all day long and wait on $2. No, the cherry.
That's why I said I take some that aren't $1 a mile because I want to get a few in there that are close enough.
Okay.
In my opinion, I'll throw a few of those in there if I'm trying to. My biggest money maker so far has been some of the Walmart trips that I get But those are tricky because there's always a possibility it's a whole bunch of big groceries and things of water and sodas and stuff like that you got to carry up 3 flights of steps. So you take a risk with the Walmart ones, but if you can get a really good one, you can make good money.
Now, I have been to Walmart and I've seen them bring them orders out there to the people. And my goodness, what you talking about? I have seen, it has been times where I've seen, man, somebody had like 10 cases of water.
Yeah.
And it's just ridiculous, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I've been there before, willing to get the order, and they tried to put like an 80-inch TV in my car.
That is just so bad. 80 inches ain't gonna fit in here.
Well, even if we could have fit it in here, let's be real. How in the world am I gonna get that up somebody steps on their porch by myself?
Well, how much was they paying you for an 80-inch TV?
Remember from that particular one, but it wasn't a significant amount.
See, and this is what people. I'm sorry, I'm trying to hold this camera, but when I heard stuff like this, now an 80-inch TV, and this is a female driver. The algorithm knows this is a female driver, yet they allow somebody to order a TV, which that person is only shopping. But the algorithm takes and sends a woman, a female driver, an order with an 80-inch TV in it.
I'm not saying there aren't any women that couldn't have done it.
But let's be realistic. You don't know how much a roundabout it was trying to pay you?
Well, and it was probably like, it wasn't going far, so it was probably less than $20. But
do what?
15 and $20. But it's also the principle that that is precious cargo. I am not trying to drop or accidentally hurt somebody's TV. That's an expensive.
Man, are you kidding me? So somewhere around about $20,
give or take, yeah.
It
wasn't significant.
All right. So people, listen. If you order a TV, if you go to IKEA, Walmart, wherever, and you order a TV, you buy a TV there and it has to be delivered. They're going to charge you a handsome delivery fee. Sears, J.C. Penney's, wherever, Costco, Sam's Club. If they have to deliver it, they're going to charge you a hefty dollar.
Yeah, for the labor.
But yet you take an Uber Eats driver, and the only thing you're paying them is cents per mile to deliver it? You mean to tell me where's the physical labor in handling an 80-inch TV? Come on. And I guarantee it probably was going up some steps.
I mean, the job is still rewarding regardless, especially if you like customer service. You just want to make money, it still can be rewarding too. But there are times where I get orders that maybe didn't necessarily make sense, and then I get there, groceries, and it's a whole bunch, and I get there, and it's an elderly person that would have needed help getting their groceries in. Even if I was annoyed by the bunches of waters or something, it immediately softens you a little bit because you're like, okay, well, at least it made sense. But I don't mind. I really don't, because I look at it as exercise. I don't have the time or the money to really get a gym membership now.
Okay.
My son's in college, and like I said, I'm a single mom, so I don't have that kind of money. So I try to use it as my form of exercise. And if it's something that, if I feel like I duped or a bad order, I just try to look at it that way.
Okay, so now let me ask you a question. So as far as, because you have a full-time job, right?
Yeah.
Single mom, full-time job. And so now basically what, you just work you work your full-time job, and so are you doing this extra work as a single mom? Do you feel like you're overworked?
All the time. But I'd be lying if I didn't say I wasn't. But I think my mind would, not know what to do with itself if I didn't have something to do. So
right.
I don't mind it. Some days I feel really overworked. Some days I don't. But in all honesty, like I said, it's flexible. My full-time job, of course, if I need a day off from that, I will take a PTO day and take mental health day or something.
Okay,
But
then.
with this, if I don't feel good or I've had things happen with my kids and something came up and I couldn't or I had somewhere to go, then I will just not do it that night and I'll just tell myself to go out there another night and just make up for it.
Okay, then. Okay, so
Like I said, it
gives you the flexibility.
Yeah.
As far as financially your need, right? Does it somewhat meet your financial need versus the amount of time you're spending doing it?
I guess you could say I like to be a little greedy. I'd always like to make more just because, I didn't grow up with a lot of money and I definitely haven't had a lot of money as an adult. So any money I can make is awesome because that's more I can do for my kids and myself and better myself. But, I mean.
And plus, let's just face it. You can't never get enough money.
No, you can't.
I mean, you can never get enough money. I know I can't. I wake up in the morning. I wake up in the middle of the night dreaming about money.
But it does suit my needs. It does what I need it to.
Okay, then.
I use it as the main purpose of every month. I tell myself, well, you're going to at least make enough money to pay your car payment and your car insurance.
Okay,
that takes the burden off of me from having to take money away from my other bills and stuff like that. So
okay.
It does the purpose I need it to, and I think at some point, hopefully, I'll be in a more financial, better state where maybe I won't have to use it for those purposes, but I could use it for like Christmas money or birthday money or trip money to go on vacation. You know what I mean?
But you do have to get out here and put in the work, right?
You do, and you have to be willing to do it because there's plenty of nights I don't want to go, but I know I need to, and I don't have a choice because you can't drive a car for free.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Now, emotions, dealing with a bad customer, someone that made a bad order, dealing with a a business and someone there, may upset you by something that happened with the order or dealing with rude customers. How do you deal with that, emotionally?
Well, honestly, it depends on the night. There are some nights I come out here and I'm just super excited to be out and about, interacting with other adults because I don't have my kids at home anymore. But so if I'm in a good mood, I'm gonna kill them with kindness. Period. I'm just gonna be nice and friendly, and they can just be mean. That's on them. God doesn't like ugly, but then if there's a bad situation that gets me a little frazzled, I will take a few moments. If I need to cry about it for a few minutes and then get my crap together, so to speak, and then but I mean, at the end of the day, you still got to do it. I'm also used to it because my other job is also customer service and I get yelled at every day.
Wow.
Maybe several times a day.
That's bad. Because
talking about people's money and their insurance.
Yeah, but you got problems too now. I mean, and I know, like I said, and plus on them customer service calls, I'm pretty sure y'all are monitored, right?
Oh yeah, all the calls are monitored. And if you come on the line and you're mad and I get you off the line and you're now in a better mood and we resolved your issue, then I feel like I did my job and I feel good about myself. So I'm not worried about it, but it does happen. People get upset. They have bad days. Situations happen and they're just not very nice.
Okay. So we're picking up an order. She's picking up an order from
El Patron.
El Patron.
I wish it was my order. I like Mr. Mexican food.
El Patron.
So I wanted to show them. Watching, they can.
I'm pretty sure people has El Patron. I wanted to get the front of the building.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. I'll wait till you quick get the order. Right. Yeah, so this is delivering food it's a little bit more laid back, in my opinion. Our diehard rideshare driver. Um, and after after driving rideshare for so long, you become, you know how to deal with the customers. You know how to, you done seen all types of people and the attitudes and situations that come with people. Um, far as it's delivering food, it's not that complicated. Most people want you to put the food on the on the porch, or some people. I think some people want you to hand it to them. Um, but as far as rideshare versus delivering food, I'll take the delivering the food any day, because the rideshare driving is so complicated. And the reason why it's so complicated is because, number one, it's dealing with the different personalities, and the low pay for the high miles and things of that nature. So, you know, when you're dealing with, man, let me tell you something. Let me tell you, I'm gonna give y'all a little small little story before she get back in, Beth again. So, people at the methadone clinic. So when you drive Uber and Lyft, sometimes insurance uh companies will pay for, Medicaid will pay for the rides so they can get to the methadone clinic and get picked up. I mean, and get dropped off. So one morning I get a call to go to the methadone clinic. I pick up a Caucasian female and a black dude. They get in the back seat. So where they were going, I had to get on the entrance ramp to the highway. So I get on it. I get as I get on the entrance ramp to get on the highway. Before I could enter the highway, I feel some moving going on. I turned around and looked. They looked like they were horse playing. So I said, "Hey man, I don't allow no horse playing in here." But then before I could finish saying that, I looked. The girl was balled up, and this nigga, excuse me, and this dude had his fist balled up, and he was hitting this girl. I pulled that motherfucker over on the side of the highway, on the shoulder. And I unbuckled the seatbelt, jumped out the car, and I got around there and I snatched this bitch ass out of the car. And I threw this motherfucking ass on the ground. And he jumped up, and I said, "Motherfucker, if you come anywhere near me, I'm going to break your goddamn neck." Do you think he showed me any of that aggression that he was showing that girl in the backseat? No. Now, let me tell you what I had to go through. He stayed back. I get in the car. The girl told me, "Oh, I can't. We was going to his family house. He gonna be there. You can't drop me off there. Can you please take me to my grandma's house? She'll pay you." So now, mind you, I'm getting paid to drop them off where they going. But I don't have to throw him out the car. She can't go to the house because he's probably gonna go there and beat the hell out of her too. So she called the grandma on the phone. The grandma said, "Honey, just bring her to the house. I'll pay." I had to cancel that trip, and I had to my number one concern. I didn't even give a damn about the money. I just wanted to make it. I wanted to make sure that the girl was safe. So I proceeded to take her to her grandma. Man, almost 30 miles away. Right? She in the back seat. I'm talking to her, telling her, "Baby, you don't have to deal with these types of things. You don't need no man putting their hands on you and all that stuff. You worth more than that. And that is not good." Oh, she crying, her phone ring. She on the phone. I'm assuming that she talking to her grandma. She talking to the nigga. And nigga trying his best to get her to come back to wherever he was. You know what I'm saying? I get her to her grandma's house. Grandma come outside. Honey, thank you. I'm so glad. I'm trying to get her to stop doing these things. And I'm just sitting there. I'm feeling all types of way. The lady reached in the car and tried to hand me $40. I said, ma'am, listen. You keep that money. I said, listen. Yes, this took me out of my way. And I lost a lot of time and money today doing this. But this is my good deed for the day. And if it is to make sure that this girl is okay in this moment, I don't want your money. She insisted. I said, I'm not going to take it. Okay? And I pulled off and I left. And then I went back to driving. You understand what I'm saying? Look, yes, without money, you can't make it. And, hey, man, time is money. You understand? That's an old saying. Time is money. But, man, let me tell you something. I got sisters and I got a mama and female family members. And I'm not going to allow nobody to put their hand on a woman because I don't. Yeah, it could have went left. You know what I'm saying? It could have went left. And he could have probably tried to pull a gun, or I could have stabbed the shit out of him. One of the two. Or I could have beat the shit out of him. One of the two. But one thing about a man that puts his hands on women, they bitches. You look them in the eyes just like a pit bull charging at you, and I guarantee you they stop in their tracks. They know when a real man is at their ass. So that's just the story that I want to share with y'all. And I noticed something too since I've been riding with her, for the look from that these orders take a while. Like, so for a rideshare driver, man, we want to drop you off and we want to go to the next. We do not want to be sitting waiting. That little 5-minute timer that's on them trips when you get there almost killed me. Just sit there and wait till almost the 5 minutes was over with, till the person got in the car. So that took a good little while. Huh?
I would take a little bit longer too, but it's a restaurant.
Okay.
I don't know. They're being slow today.
So you pretty much with this El Patron. When you back out, I'm gonna show the people El Patron.
Yeah.
So do you pretty much go through this a lot with them?
No, not normally with them. During the week, sometimes they'll be really, really busy, especially on Taco Tuesday. So if places are busy, they typically will take a few minutes.
Okay, so let me show y'all what El Patron looks like. So this is El Patron. I'm pretty sure that y'all have this in y'all city. It's a restaurant. It's a Mexican restaurant. Have you ever ate that before?
Me? Yeah. I've been there before.
Okay.
It's been a long time. They're good. They're just the place up the street from me, and in Chester is a little bit cheaper, and I like an order that they have there. So
okay, for those of you all that have joined the live, I'm doing a ride along with one of my subscribers and friend. This is a Uber Eats ride along with one of my subscribers, channel supporter, and good friend. Her name is Ashley, and yeah, and we're I'm just trying to, learn or talk to her about the Uber Eats stuff. And, maybe some people maybe somebody can get a few pointers for some of the stuff that she's talking about, because you might be going through it. So my thing is,
pointers for me, that's fine too.
Right. So my thing is like, as gig workers, there should be a community where everyone pulls together, no matter what the gig work is. One thing that I've noticed, and I've been doing YouTube as a rideshare driver for over 3 years, right? My my channel, my channel Rideshare Real Talk is full of information about Lyft and Uber driving and the Lyft Express program. You know, um, I had to step away from YouTube for a little over a year due to the fact that my father had fell sick, had became ill, and that needed my attention. He's gone on to the good man upstairs now, and so I just within the last 3 months got back to my channel trying to get it back in some order. Um, but what I noticed about YouTube, while I was gone, I would look at a lot of the videos from rideshare channels and stuff like that, and gig workers and channels and stuff like that. The thing that bothered me the most is there's no unity whatsoever across gig work. There isn't. There is YouTube and Facebook groups and Instagram pages and stuff that dedicate themselves to gig work and ride share work and stuff. Then on YouTube you have like a couple of big channels like uh the rideshare guy, you got the rideshare professor, all this stuff. You got a bunch of channels that get a lot of the views on YouTube, right? Um, but there's people that would chastise another if there's a rideshare driver that leaves a complaint on YouTube about what they experienced as that driver in the city that they're driving in, it'll be a son of a bitch that's a rideshare driver for Uber or Lyft that lives in Southern California that would dispute what this individual has went through in their city, tell you that you're lying. Hey man, that don't happen on Uber or Lyft. That's a lie. How do you know? The algorithm operates different in everybody's city and state, an area of the city that you're driving in. Okay? Nothing don't move until the demand for that area is established in that algorithm. So if you're lucky enough to be driving in a city, an area of that city where the demand in that algorithm for that service is good, you're going to get paid. But do not talk down on another individual that's driving in a whole nother different city or an area, and that's saying that they're not making any money. Be thankful that you're making money. Don't talk down on nobody else because everybody's results will be different. And that's all I wanted to say. Now we're going to get back to this ride along and we're going to get a little bit more acquainted with Ashley because this is about her today, not Rideshare Real Talk. Now, back to you, Ashley. So, what do Ashley do for fun when Ashley is just relaxing? I mean, hey, hey, what do Ashley do for fun? Do you drink?
No, I don't really drink, but I will go out and I like music and things like that. I work a lot right now, so I don't really take the time I probably should to do for fun. But
well, hey,
I'm adjusting to empty nest syndrome basically, and so I gotta find things that I enjoy doing and stuff. But I mean, I like lots of stuff, but I just do this because if I'm not, I can lay at home and scroll through my phone or watch TV or something, but why not get out here and make some money?
So, are you a stoner? I know this is a little bit off record, but are you a stoner? Everybody likes a good puff of scurvy every now and then.
I mean, they may, but yeah, no.
You choose not to partake in that, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good. Now, Are you single? I know the people on there want to know that.
Well, I'm not really like on the market per se, but no, I'm not married or like.
Are you involved?
I do have a man I keep company with. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We hang out and enjoy each other's company and stuff.
Okay. Chocolate or vanilla? Is that your ice cream of choice?
My favorite ice cream is chocolate.
Okay.
But I'm not. I'm not down. I'll be down for a little bit of vanilla ice cream every once in a while too. So
Okay then. Well,
clearly don't. I like ice cream. Period. So
okay then. All right then.
Partial to flavors.
Okay, you're not partial to flavors, but your chocolate tends to be better than vanilla to you.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily better per se, because all guys are, people are.
Oh, guys? Did you say all guys?
Yeah. Well, all
I
men.
thought we were talking about ice cream.
Oh, we're talking about.
Oh, she just told on herself. She just told on herself.
Okay.
Look at it. Look, she just told on herself.
Oh my God! Whatever.
No, I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. Just being a little humorous.
Depends on what kind of cone we're getting. Because I definitely gotta have a waffle cone.
Oh, a waffle cone.
Yeah,
well,
sugar cone.
Let me just say this: chocolate is okay. You know what I'm saying? But vanilla is more creamier, and I love it. Yes, I do. Now, chocolate chip ice cream is really good. You know what I'm saying? But vanilla ice cream is a lot more creamier. Fellas, you get the picture. Now, so back to the entertainment of Uber Eats ride along. Have you ever thought about doing rideshare?
Well, yes, but I don't really. I use the time as my own mental space and stuff too. So I like to interact with people in little short spurts because I do so much interaction.
Right.
Not face to face, but over the phone with my first job. So I've thought about it, but it's not really my thing. I think I'd prefer to stick with the food.
Okay, then, yeah. But I'm just gonna be honest with you from my personal opinion. Rideshare driving is hard.
I have bad days where I can put a smile on my face enough to go get the food and be nice to that person because she, they didn't do anything to me, so I don't have no right to be mean to them. But I'm not in the mood to be sociable, and I think with rideshare, you really do, like you said, when you have a bad situation, I can sit in my car from that last one to the very next order and get it out of my head, be upset for a few minutes, cry, whatever I gotta do, depending on what it is, and then get it together for the next order. You don't have that option when you're actually picking up people because your next ride may be pretty quick afterwards, and then you're still up here with a puffy face or a mad face.
Yeah.
Now they think you're mad at you, and they're gonna have a bad experience.
Right. So. Now, what I have found as a rideshare driver is that people would get in the vehicle with an attitude that they done bought from God knows nowhere. Wherever you pick them up from, the attitude might not have even came from that place. They just got an attitude that day. And they bring that right into the car. And they push that bad energy on the driver. And all drivers are not going to tolerate that. You know what I mean? But what I found is you have to understand how to. You have to. Hey, hello, how you doing? Okay, then I think you gotta admire her. What? John, are you speaking to me or are you speaking to Ashley? I think Ashley got an admirer. But back to what I was saying, what I found is when you drop this person off, whatever attitude they brought in the car, they're gonna get out the car with it. If I don't cancel the trip, because I don't have to put up with it. Because if you got an attitude, okay, what's up, man? What's up? But if you got an attitude, get in my car with an attitude, oh no, I'm gonna cancel the trip and tell you, hey, your money's been refunded. Call you another one. You can take that attitude into another Lyft. You're not gonna do that over here. We ain't having that. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, as a driver, Uber and Lyft drivers, we do not have no say so. They can report me all the listen, it is your right to cancel a trip that you feel unsafe in. If someone has bad energy that they're directing towards you, don't you stay in that trip for them few dollars. Because, hey, man, you didn't do that. Only thing you're doing is providing a service to these sons of a bitches with their ungrateful asses. And you do not have to deal with that because you didn't do that. You didn't do whatever happened to them wherever they came from. Only thing you can do is try to be as courteous as you can. But you have to demand respect in the vehicle that you're driving or your vehicle, or you canceled the trip and you put their ass up. Hey, it is what it is. Them reporting you, fuck that. They can report all they want. You understand what they talked about Jesus. And he created us. He what got all this going on. So if they want to report me and tell something about them, go ahead and do it. I'm not going to let them just run all over top of me, get up in my car. They got us walking on eggshells. That entitlement bullshit. The platforms, these algorithms are designed to failure. That's why they try to sign up so many drivers on a daily basis so everybody else can be replaceable. See, you ain't getting deactivated by a human. Artificial intelligence is putting your ass off the platform. You know what I mean? Artificial intelligence is putting your ass off the platform. That's what they're doing. Plain and simple as that. Man, let me tell you something. Gig work was designed with zero tolerance policy for the drivers because we're replaceable. The riders are the revenue. They have 100% of the say so. That's why they can tell lies on you and get you deactivated with the right with when you're an Uber and Lyft driver and a complaint coming about you, man, they instantly put your account in suspension until they investigate. We lose money. A lot of us cannot can't stand to be kicked off the platform with false accusations, man. That hurts. When you out there being as courteous as you can all day long, trying to earn money without going out here selling drugs or robbing or doing something to break the law. You get in here and you do the best you can to be courteous, respectful, and understanding. Yet you don't get that in return. Because they pay you a few dollars, they feel entitled. And then at the moment something don't go their way, hey man, can you stop at that store? Oh, no, that's not included in the trip. Okay, then. Then they report you. Yeah, tell her loud. Oh yeah, I smell alcohol on him. Or he threatened me with a gun. All types of stuff. You know what I mean? It makes no sense. You know what I mean? Okay. He said, me, I was hurt. Somebody said I was drinking and driving just so they can't get a refund. Man, that is just, I just did a video on that. Riders scamming Uber and Lyft to get refunds on my channel, Rideshare RealTalk. I just done a video about that almost 2 weeks ago. And that's bad, man. That's bad, man. We look. We come out here to make money. Now, I'm not gonna say that some drivers don't have attitudes, and nasty dispositions about them. But man, for the most part, you can't put that bad experience on every driver, man. You customers can't do that to us, man. We out here trying to make money. And we trying to go home at the end of the day and enjoy ourselves and be satisfied with the crumbs that we done got. No, ain't nobody force us to sign up. But we did it because we out here trying to earn. We could be doing other shit getting money. Illegal shit. But we ain't trying to go down that path. And so you got to deal with the public. The public is the number one enemy. Because there's going to be a bunch of assholes in the public that's going to do some dumb shit, tell a lie to get a refund. You know what I'm saying? When you're delivering food, they're going to say they didn't get the food. All types of bullshit just to get over on you. Yeah, it just don't make no sense, man. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, what I tend to do is when I drop somebody off, whatever they bought in the car, they drop it. It left with them. When I get to the next person, hey man, I greet them. Hey, how you doing? How's everything going today? You know, even if they don't even talk, because all riders ain't gonna talk. Some might not even speak. But does that stop me from speaking? No, when they get in the car, say, hey, how you doing today, man? How's everything going on? They don't say nothing. Hey, man, I know they don't want to talk. And I've been fine with that. But you know, one of them get in the car and they say, hey, man, everything's been, it's been a rough day. But man, you know, some days it's like that, man. It's called life, you know what I'm saying? But we got to find a way to get through it. And that may strike up a conversation. And that may help the brother or the young lady, whatever I can talk to. I'm 53 years old, so I haven't been through a lot. I got a lot of knowledge through hardship that I created for my goddamn self. You understand what I'm saying? So I know a lot. Now, what you said, somebody said, okay, what's your name? Sissit, S4D. I got report saying I hit on a female rider. I didn't even say anything but good morning. But everything was took care of now. I don't want to give females rides. Yeah, man, let me tell you something. I just left a video yesterday on my channel at Rideshare RealTalk about women riders treating male drivers like creeps and kidnappers. Okay? Man, let me tell you something. Do not hinder your earning potential from that bad experience. All women are not like that. You're going to run into some bad apples. As long as you took care of it, you documented it. Now, let me give you a little bit of advice. Take it from a veteran driver. Get you the best dash camera that you can find. Hey, man, they even sell them on Temu. You ain't even, the same cameras that they have on Temu, they got them on Amazon for a whole bunch of money. Go to Amazon, find some of the best ones, and then go to Temu and type that in, and it's going to pop up. You'll get it cheaper. Might take a good little while to come, but get you a good dash camera and keep it on at all times. Okay? Because that would do some good for you with resolving complaints. But as far as I'm sorry that happened to you, but man, as male drivers, this is something that we're going to go through. Now I'm going to say this, as I stated in the video that I left the other day about the female riders and stuff, right? It's a lot of men out there, men drivers, that can't control the hormones. They see her ass or some titties, and they hollering and they hooing. Oh, Lord have mercy. This, that, and that. They want to be all extra nice. the little money they got in their pocket, turning around in their pocket while they're sitting and driving, doing all kind of stuff because they want to trick. They want to try to see if they can get next to the woman. Let me tell you something. Ain't that much thirst in the world. You understand what I'm saying? Control your hormones. It's bad experiences like that that's making women, female writers, feel uncomfortable because they're running into a bunch of you thirsty motherfuckers. Yeah, you drivers, Uber and Lyft drivers, I'm talking to you. You saw a lot of you motherfuckers got some perverted mindsets. And yeah, y'all are making passes at the women, and this is where all the insecurity is coming from when they get in the car with me. They have a bad experience with a driver. They think all male drivers are perverts and creeps or want their bodies and shit. Women everywhere. Why in the hell would you drive an Uber Lyft with your identification and all your credentials on that account and go do something, not let you done lost all your damn marbles and want to go to jail? You know what I mean? So that's why the women acting like that. That's why they acting like that, man. So, what you say? So, my thing is, if females are so scared of us, why do they do an Uber, the bus, or get a damn license? We so terrified. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Well, they got a section in both of them, Uber and Lyft, if I'm not mistaken, where a female rider can request a female driver. They took time to do that, but let me give y'all some game on something. Now, what I'm about to say is going to be a little bit touchy, and it may rub some of y'all the wrong way. Damn, my phone grid go dead. Here. Okay, it's a lot. They took time to find a way to make so female drivers can drive female riders, right? But they ain't found a build a section yet to stop service animals from getting in cars with people that don't want to take them rides. Why didn't they create a section for service animal riders with drivers that don't mind driving them around? They ain't did that. But they took time to create a section to chastise the characters of men so that women can get rides with female riders. That's taking money from men because somebody done had a bad experience. Go take that same energy that they use to create them sections for women to be driven by female drivers and build a section that so people can drive them stinking ass service animals with the hair shit all everywhere, flying everywhere, and all that bullshit. Do that. Take that energy and use that energy to build something like that. You know what I mean? They want to take it and chastise the characters of men behind some bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? But yet and still the dogs is you pull up. The only thing the trip will tell you is this trip has an additional rider. You turn the corner, there's a motherfucker standing right there with a bitch almost 5 feet tall, hair everywhere. Then they gonna put that bitch in the back seat, and they put the dog in the floor. They sit in the car. They got just as much hair on them as the dog got on them. You drop them all, you look in the back seat, hair everywhere. The dog done licked all over everything, and you got to go take that trip in and pay you $6 or $7. Then you got to go to. You can't go pick nobody else up. They're going to ride in the back seat because they're going to take your car nasty. So you got to take 20 to 30 minutes to go vacuum that thin-ass hair about the car and wipe the seats and shit down so you can go back to drive. You done lost 30 minutes of earnings behind a $7 to $8 service animal ride. Create a section for service animal drivers so that they can get their own shuttle drivers and stop complaining about people don't want to pick their ass up. You go up in the grocery store, the bitches walking all around the vegetable. You go into the restaurant, them motherfuckers laying on the floor side the table while everybody else eat. Come on, man. So yeah, but look, I don't think, hey man, I can talk for days about this rideshare shit. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get back to my good friend Ashley and my subscriber. One of our good channel partners. She's about to pick up an order from um from old Mickey D's. Yeah, she's about to pick up an order from old Mickey D's right here. You know. So how do Mickey D's treat? Oops.
Go ahead. I didn't know you were getting out.
She just trying to get in the building, but she gonna get her mama door to slam off the car.
I didn't know she was getting out.
So how does McDonald's treat you when it comes to picking up the order? Because they got that curbside right there, but they don't bring it up.
No, because this isn't curbside. Since if I ordered it online and got curbside, I think that's what these are for. I just use it as parking. But McDonald's is okay. It just depends on how busy they are and who's working and which McDonald's, because some McDonald's are slower than others.
Okay, then.
So it just depends. I'll be right back.
All right, okay.
Mickey D.
Yeah, so man, like I said, man, I just feel like I don't have nothing against animals. I don't have nothing against animals, people with disabilities. It's just that when you are a rideshare driver, you sign up to Uber and Lyft, they do not give you an option when you're signing up to say, hey, I don't want to. Or I did DoorDash. Like, I didn't like it. The Uber Eats thing, I have family members and friends that have done it and still doing it. And they multi app. Most of them multi app. I've talked to a lot of people. I've had a lot of quite a few of my subscribers that I've had conversations with them. They do rideshare driving, and they do delivering food as well, Uber Eats and DoorDash. A lot of them said Uber Eats was better. They're in different states and stuff from what I'm in. I'm in Virginia. So yeah. But so what, hey Sean, do you do any gig work? Do you drive rideshare? What do you do, Sissit? Do you do Uber Eats or Lyft or whatever? Yeah, so for the most part, the service animal thing, man, is and look, the service animal community, like, they ride around, they wake up in the morning on defense. Or you do DoorDash and Lyft. Okay. Well, okay, you do Uber Eats, I do DoorDash, I do Rideshare. Okay. What cities y'all coming from? Where you do your DoorDash and Lyft? And what city y'all from? Baltimore. Be more. Okay. Be more careful. I know a little bit about Baltimore. Oh yeah. I know a little bit about Baltimore. Maryland, you know what I'm saying? Quite a few parts of Maryland. Oh, y'all in Pennsylvania. I know a little bit about Pennsylvania, Erie. I know a little bit about Pennsylvania, you know what I'm saying? Different parts. Pennsylvania, Out in Baltimore, you should be making good money, Sean. And I know you, since I know you're making good money out in Pennsylvania. Okay, Philadelphia. You should be making good money in Philadelphia. Man, look, those are good cities. Now, depending on the gig work, all gig apps don't have a good demand in every city and state. So you won't make a lot of money. See, here in Virginia, in all of the counties that surrounding, okay, so you got Chester, Virginia, Chesterfield, okay, as a whole, which is North and South Chesterfield. You have Petersburg, you have Hopewell, Prince George, Virginia, um, Ashland, Henrico County, and Richmond. Uh, they're all about the same. It's the people who I give rise to is the problem. Yeah, man. Well, you're dealing with the like that, man. Man, I told you, man. People can say what they want to say, but if you are a rideshare driver, man, you are like if you are a rideshare driver, that is the rideshare driving is the top of the it's the top gig work ever. It's the it's the toughest, the most hardest gig work ever because you're dealing with people. And I'm gonna say this: the majority of the problems that you have with people are black people, your own kind. You know what I mean? So, okay, you say you used to visit Chesapeake and Norfolk back in the day. Okay, yeah, Chesapeake and Norfolk, some good areas. Chesapeake and Norfolk, some good areas. We got so they're from Philadelphia and Baltimore. Okay. Yeah.
Along with us today too.
Oh yeah. They're from Philadelphia and Baltimore, and they say they do pretty good.
That's cool.
They say they do pretty good. And what's he? Sean says that he does what? Sean he does one does Lyft and DoorDash, and Sean he does Uber Eats and DoorDash, and he do rideshare. So he's basically multi-apping.
Does he also work another job too, or is that his main like?
That's your
job?
Sean. That's your main. You just
all three of them.
Gig work is your main thing, or y'all got full-time jobs too. What you say? What you said? Since you said I gave someone a ride last night. They really think what they pay we get.
Yeah.
And I said, no, yeah, man, but see, let me tell you something. That is a major problem.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you something. So there. Oh, okay, yeah, it's the main thing. So yeah, you gig hustling, yeah. Okay then, yeah.
I was just gonna say, if you also do a job too, how do you sleep?
Yeah, but that's my main thing too though. The gig work is my main thing too. So I grind. You know what I mean?
I commend y'all because I'm not brave enough to. But I also need insurance, and I get insurance through my job. So
yeah, like 10 to 12 hours of driving a day. 10 to 12 hours of driving a day is hardcore.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? And if you can do 10 to 12 hours of driving people, good God Almighty. Woo!
See,
and go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I did customer service on the phones for a really long time when I first started working at Anthem, and I didn't mind it. I like talking to people. I'm a people person and stuff, whether they're mean or not, because if we're not friends at the beginning of the call, I'd like you to be my friend because I think I'm dope as hell anyway. So
That's
you guys
cool.
should be my friend.
That's
But
cool.
so I mean, I just now when I come out here, I think for me, I just don't want. I don't know. I like the little spurts of the interactions because then I like the little bit of time I get in my car by myself because then I turn the music on and I jam and I definitely think I am a rock star. Let me tell you.
Okay.
In my car by myself, nobody else listening, I am better than probably even Beyonce.
Good
okay?
God,
I'm just joking, Beyonce. Don't take. I'm just joking.
but most gig, but most gig drivers. Hey man, when we have our downtime in the car, hey man, we listen to our good music and you know peaceful minds. But you know, as rideshare drivers, the only time you get a break is when you know you slow down. You know what I'm saying? But what you were saying, sincere about the riders thinking that you pay that we get what they pay, they don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't know. They don't know. You know what I'm saying? And there you go, right there.
Okay.
They don't know. Cause man, I done talked to somebody that paid $200 some for a trip, and they were only trying to pay me $40 for the trip. You know what I mean? So.
Hi. Yes. Man. What?
Yeah. So. Yeah. That's so. You know they don't. They don't realize it, but that's the greed in the algorithm. But I got a little something I want to share with y'all. Man, I got some big things coming this year for us. Yeah, for us. But I'm gonna give y'all a tip for those that look at this live. Let me tell you, you can market yourself. They use you to market them. Market yourself. Let me give you some game. I'm gonna answer your question in a minute, sissy. But check this out. When you sign up to all these gig apps, they give you a referral link, right? They give you a referral link, and they tell you to share that referral link with people that may want to join Uber and Lyft or ask you questions. Hey, you can get money on the other end of that referral link, right? That's how you share and that's free marketing for them. But most people, when they get the referral link, they don't realize that. They just, hey man, take the referral link. They looking at the extra money they're gonna get from the referral link. Let me tell you something. You can get you some business cards with a QR code built onto that business card. Where when that person scan that card, scan that QR code, it'll go to an app that you done created or a platform. They got all kind of platforms that you can use to run your rideshare business from. Or they can call you and hey man, I need a ride to so and so and so. Will you be able to take me? You can get all your own money. When they get in the car, when they get in the car and they get ready to leave, say, yeah, man, take my card. If you ever can't get an Uber or Lyft, give me a call. If I'm in a hurry, I don't mind coming and getting your ride. You know what I'm saying? Just get in the habit of handing out your business cards. Get you some of you all out there are some talented people. You can make your own business cards and things of that nature. Hey man, we're in the new wave now. Put you a QR code on the back of that thing. Let them take the cell phone and scan it and automatically call you or something of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Don't accept no cash. Have everything running through PayPal. You know what I'm saying? That way when they pay you through the phone, it goes to the PayPal. You know, that way you don't have no money on you. You know what I'm saying, man? You can market yourself. Whatever, sir, whatever you're good at. If you cut hair, if you do yard work on the side, market yourself. Use them like they use you. Every person they put in your car, you give them a card or some type of brochure.
Wish I had a card because I would.
And that way you can market yourself, and that's free game that Rideshare Real Talk gave y'all today. Now, since it said that's why he said he don't tip because he think what he paid for the ride was we as drivers get. That is diabolical. I work at Amazon warehouse night shift. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. If that's why there's no tips, he just told you exactly. I've left videos on my channel at Rideshare Real Talk talking about this, and I'm gonna leave more new ones about it. The reason why a lot of drivers don't tip is because the algorithm is charging the riders a lot more than they're paying the drivers, so that they can receive 60 to 65% of the earnings that you make on a daily basis. Oh yeah, I know what I'm talking about. They don't call me.
Question.
Yeah, this one too. They don't call me Rideshare Real Talk for nothing. Yeah, I'm not sitting on here making up a bunch of shit. I done this and do it. So if I'm telling you something, I stand on it. The Uber and Lyft platform takes 60 to 65% of every driver's earnings. So for you drivers that's driving in Las Vegas and California, driving in your Teslas, posting your screenshots that you made $2,200, $2,400 and shit like that. Hey man, just know that that's only 30 to 20, 30, 25 to 30% of your earnings that you're making that much money off of. Just imagine if you was getting 50 to 60% of your own earnings. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So when it's not turbo, it's turbo pay. When it's not turbo, it's turbo pay. Man, look. When it's not
like when it's not like fast paced.
So okay, so turbo means surge, some type of surge. Some type of surge you're talking about, right? Well, that is algorithm tricks. You have to figure out a way to not get caught up in those surge moments. Yes, take the money that they're sending your way. But if you are a driver that's driving full time, you have to figure out how to keep the money moving. That's why I told you make you some business cards. Everybody, because they have an Uber and a Lyft app, they are not able to get a ride. Sometimes riders might not be in the area. So when you give that person your card, you're keeping the buck rolling. You might get 10, 15 calls a day. Hey, man, I need you to come pick me up. Can you come do this, do that? You charge them the money that you want to charge them. All they want you to do is come pick them up. Be on time. Front center. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. So, let me see.
How can you, I have a question for you.
Okay, all right.
If somebody wanted to do that and they wanted to have a card or something, how can they give someone their number without giving them their number? Does that make sense? Because it would be unsafe to give all these random people your phone number, because you can do a reverse search online and you can find out where somebody lives and stuff. And I'm not saying people are creeps. Right. I don't mean that. But there are bad people in the world. Mm-hmm. You can't just, male or female, go giving out your phone number. So would you recommend people get like a different number to use?
Well, Google Voice, anybody can get a Google Voice number.
Okay, all right. So
but
Google Voice.
Listen, this is the way I look at this, right? Everybody give cards out with numbers on it, right? Everybody, everybody is that's got to trust you. Yeah. Anything you do, you have to be willing to trust the person. If you don't trust the person, throw the card away. Now, that's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree.
So let me see. Somebody said, Okay, what Smith? C. Smith, how you doing, C. Smith? Thank you for joining the live. No, passengers lie. Had one yesterday stop mid-ride and had nerves to say I was going to tip you, but I'll let them pay you for a return ride instead. So you say, he said, no, passengers lie. Had one yesterday. Okay, yeah. He had to stop. He had to stop mid-ride and had the nerve to say I was going to tip you, but I'll let them pay you for the return ride instead. Yeah, man, let me tell you something. When it comes down to these motherfuckers that be riding, they do anything, promising tips, all types of shit. What I found is what the app don't pay, you don't get. A motherfucker promising you tips and all that. If they ain't hand it to you in your hand, don't look for it on the app. Look, Uber and Lyft drivers across the board only gonna get tips 20% of the time. Now, if you're in some type of high demand area or travel destination or resort style community or whatever it is, you might get a lot of tips, right? But across the board and throughout these states, riders is only gonna give you tips 20% of the time because Uber and Lyft tells you to do things for extra for tips. They want you to be a step and fetching for tips because they're charging the riders a bunch of money on the other end. Now, a lot of these apps show you a price up front. It's up to you to take that trip or not. They call that upfront pricing. But that's not true upfront pricing, and I'm gonna tell you why. Look, I'm a street dude. I used to be in the streets. I done did it all. Okay? I ain't going into detail about that. But it's a bunch of slick hustlers in the streets. You people that's looking at this, some of you all may know what I'm talking about. This type of bullshit that these gig apps is doing with these prices, upfront prices, that's pulling the wool over your eyes. That's mock cards and crooked dice, right? Because they're showing you the upfront price. And then if you open the app and look at that trip, it'll give you a bullshit ass breakdown. But what they don't show you is what the rider is paying. And if somehow one of them do show you that, they bullshitting you. They're not telling the truth. True upfront pricing is when the trip come in and they send it to you, you see the breakdown. Yet they flashing trip after trip at you with a price so you can take it. Oh, well, I take this one. Oh, I take that one. You understand what I'm saying? On the other end, they making an additional 25 to 15 to $25 off for every trip that you make. Now, the drivers are the ones who's actually doing the physical labor. Uber and Lyft is the middleman. The algorithm is the middleman. Artificial intelligence is controlling it. It's the middleman. The driver is the one who's actually doing the physical labor. The riders are the revenue, right? Uber and Lyft ain't bringing a goddamn thing to the table but a fucking computer that's manipulating human service. And they getting 60 to 65% of your earnings. And you better not be in the Lyft Express program or the Uber rental car program. They're going to take 75 to 80% of your earnings. Oh, yeah. That's right. Now, I made 25 in tips last week. That was the biggest tip I ever got in a week. You right. Don't rely on tips. You'd be screwed. Yeah. A lot of drivers, a lot of door dashers, a lot of Uber eaters, all of y'all, a lot of people, a lot of drivers, they depend on tips. They get angry when they don't get the tips. All you got to do is look at some of those reels and YouTube videos where the drivers and the delivery people are getting mad because they're not getting any tips. Look, you cannot do anything upset. If you're upset, it clouds your judgment, right? You don't have to take those trips, those deliveries. You don't. My advice as a veteran driver is don't look for tips. If you get them, they're a bonus. Get out there and drive. You understand what I'm saying? Get out there and drive. All of that, all of that extra bullshit that you got to deal with the passengers and all of that. Hey man, ignore them. But what you don't do, you don't let them take your car over. Hey man, can you turn the music? Hey man, can you do this? Can you do this? Say, hey, hold on. With all due respect, I got a name, and I ain't turning the music, and I ain't stopping at the store for you if it ain't included in the trip. And if you stop at the store, take your bags or your book bag with you when you go. Cause when the time run out, if you ain't out the store, I'm pulling off. Hey man, I'm Rideshare RealTalk. I'm gonna give you some game. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't bullshitting. Now, I'm being rude, and I want to get back to asking Ashley a few more questions. To all of you all that have joined the live within a few minutes, this is a live Uber Eats ride along with one of my subscribers and friend, and her name is Ashley. And yeah, this I've been doing this ride along with her for probably almost an hour and a half. And she was telling me about some. So I'm gonna ask her a couple more questions, and then I'm gonna try to get back to some of y'all and answer a few more of your questions in between. Okay. So, um, so Ashley. Okay. So what do you use? What do you use to uh so that the gas prices won't? Do you use any apps, or do you get any points from stores or anything to help you with the price of gas?
Yeah, I'm subscribed to both Wawa and 7-Eleven, and they'll do offers all the time for. I do Wawa more often, maybe 15 cents off for that, but I get coffee and food from there, and I buy the gas from there, so I'll earn a lot of points, which I'll be able to flip back over. I also will use points I earned from Kroger. I just don't shop there as often to get enough points for it to always help, but anywhere I can get a coupon, or I know sometimes I've even seen on gas pumps, they'll say text whatever to this number, because 7-Eleven, if you do that, you'll then get 15 cents off your next two fills or something like that. So just anything. I have never tried, what is it, Upside?
Okay.
Those kind of apps. I've never tried
They have
them.
another one called Gas Buddy.
I've never tried any of those. I had a friend that DoorDash that used to use one, and she liked it. The only complaint she ever gave from her personal perspective was that it would like it would just always be the gas stations that were kind of far, so you'd have to go kind of far to get it. So then it was kind of like, well, was it even worth using it, kind of thing.
So with 7-Eleven, do you get reasonable cents off per gallon?
I don't use that as much. I try. I go to 7-Eleven and buy stuff from there, and I try to use and redeem points for gas and stuff like that. But I use my Wawa app more. Um, the 7-Eleven was because my daughter had saw on a pump at a gas station. It said um, text 7-Eleven a certain whatever, and then you would get 15 cents off, and it would send you a text. And but you have to use the app. Now, I will say the 7-Eleven app locks in the lowest price for apps in that area, but the problem I found the day that I tried to use it was that there are not as many gas pumps that are actually 7-Eleven gas. They might be a 7-Eleven store, and the gas connected is something different.
So you got to run around till you find.
Yeah, you need to use the ones on the map, because if it's not an eligible pump, you won't get the cents off.
Oh.
So be careful. But Wawa's real easy. I earn points all the time. And the nice convenient thing is that I literally can pay for my gas with my Wawa app without pulling out my wallet, my card, anything. And I can, within like, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes, I'll be able to go ahead and use it.
Okay, so do you get good cents off per gallon at Wawa?
Yeah, you can get up to 30 cents off. They run specials
pretty
for
good.
15 cents just because they have that. But if you earn points, 1,000 points, I'm not really sure how many points or how you earn them, like whether it's $1 per point. I'm not sure about that. Don't quote me on that. But if you do have 500, you can get 15 cents off. If you do 1,000, you can get 30 cents off.
Wow.
You can use it for food and stuff too, but with gas prices the way they are, I have just found that using it for the gas is what's helpful.
But that helps 30 cents off per gallon though.
Yeah.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, so I haven't gotten to do that very much, but I have to make a pit stop.
Okay.
Because I got to get me a charging cord.
All right then.
So that's one of the drawbacks to being a gig worker, is sometimes you're out and about and crap happens. So you just have to improvise. I tried to go to CVS, but I'm not going to lie to y'all, I'm not paying $17 for a charging cord. So we are at our wonderful store, Burlington.
Yeah, Burlington is
This is, no, we're not going to spend all that money on that. So I will be right back. You can answer some questions.
Oh, they asking you a question.
Oh.
They C6 said, Ashley, how much do you make in a day in Virginia? How many hours you work usually?
Well, I work a lot during the week, and I only work usually 3, at the most 4 hours, but it's usually like 3 hours, because when I get off from my full-time job, 5-ish, I try to give myself an hour, at least hour and a half, to kind of wind down, change clothes, run errands, something. I can't, I got to have time for me to do stuff for me. And I try to start Ubering around 7 o'clock, and I'll go to 10:30. But I try to be home by 11, because if not, I'm going to struggle to get up in the morning for my other job. So I typically work about 3 hours. On an average, on a good weeknight, I will make anywhere between $50 and $80. I know that's a high range.
Yeah.
But 50 is typical, because I go out with the goal of 10 deliveries. But in all honesty, there's plenty of times that I do not get that many. I'll get 5. But even 5, if they average about $10 a piece, that's still $50. So if I do 50, I'm good. I feel like I did a good night. I might go out and do 40 one night, then the next night I get to do 65. So it just really depends on what I'm willing to do, how long I stay out. But if I do about 5 orders, I can work about 3 hours. But that's not all work time.
Yeah, because you're actually driving.
Yeah, that's just the time that I'm on.
So you're actually only doing maybe an hour of the delivery,
because I do like 5 deliveries or something like that.
Okay.
And I'll do more if I have to work the next day or something like that. Then I might do a few more and stay out a little bit later. But I stay out later on Friday nights and Saturdays. I can make anywhere between $100 and $150 on a Friday night, and Saturday, depending on how long I go, I can make up to $200. So it just depends in my area. But like I said, I'm picky about what I take, so I could probably make more or less. I don't know if I chose other stuff. But.
Okay then.
Okay. Yeah. Hope that helps. What you said her name was Sissy.
Sissy. It's somebody named Sissy.
Okay, I hope that helps and answers her question.
Okay, then.
I'll be right back. Let me go get a charger.
All right. Yeah, so but yeah, man, like I said, me watching this ride along on this Uber Eats thing, like I said, this is like it's way better than. Sorry, people, I had a little small malfunction there. And I had a little small malfunction there, but yeah, this the ride share versus this delivery stuff is so laid back. Yeah. But that ride share stuff, that is the top dog, boy. That is the hardest of all gig work. I mean, call it what you want. Driving people, shit, man. And then I know a lot of you drivers have witnessed this. Have you ever got a call, you went to go pick someone up. When you got there, that person had a bunch of luggage. Guess they're going to the airport. They got 5, 6 suitcases or whatever. Um, and they expect you to put that stuff in the car. You know, if you want to go out there and break your neck for a tip, you go ahead. But remember this: some of them bags, them, them, that luggage is heavy. If you pull a muscle in your back, you don't have no insurance on Lyft. Every day you miss is money that you're not gonna make. Okay, a lot of you all have full-time jobs. You pull a muscle on your back doing doing this gig work, yeah, man, you're really gonna be in trouble. If you packed them and you bought them outside, you can put them in the car. Now, if they fit, so I'll open the trunk or the back of the vehicle, but they got to put that in there themselves. That's the way it is. Go to the grocery store. You get a ride, get a call. They're at the grocery store. You pull up. There's somebody out there with 3 baskets full of food. Whole bunch of soda cases of 12 packs of sodas and waters and all that stuff like that. You made all them groceries. You pack them in the trunk. And then when we get to your house, I open the trunk up and you take them in the house. That's physical labor. They paying you for a trip. You getting cents per mile. Hey man, if y'all want to do all that extra to get a tip, then by all means, do it. That's physical labor that you're not getting paid for. And riders tend to feel entitled that if they call a Uber or Lyft driver, that Uber and Lyft driver is going to help them take their groceries in the house for $2 to $3. Nah. If that's what you want to do, man, then by all means do it. But, you know, like I said, a lot of drivers are driving in a lot of rideshare drivers are driving in areas where they're making money. They're in high demand areas. And, you know, um, they're doing pretty good. And they post it all on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. And they quick to say that a person that's not making money or has had a bad experience with Uber Lyft driving in that area is telling a lie. You know, that's not good, man. You know, as as gig workers, we don't have no say so. We don't have no say so because the labor board allowed these predatory ass businesses to use human services for this little bit of money. And no, ain't nobody put no gun in your head and made you sign up to drive. They dangled the money in your face. They didn't put a gun in your head. They dangled the money in your face and they sold you a dream that make you believe that it's flexible and you're your own boss and you're running your own business. But yet they offer you hourly gig work. Hey, deliver 30 packages for $20 an hour. Hey, drive on Uber and Lyft, earn $22 in an hour. Let me tell y'all something. Do you know how much money those people are making off of you? If they're paying you $22 to drive for an hour, come on, man. They're offering W-2 style work, but you're independent. Business wise and structurally, you're independent. You know what I mean? Labor boards don't say nothing. They got the if you're in they don't pay if you're independent, then you're supposed to get paid like you're independent and treated like you're independent contractors. They shouldn't be able to put features in the app that will offer hourly work rates if they're not way above minimum wage. How you doing? What's up, Bam? What type of gig work you do? You do rideshare or Uber Eats or stuff like that? But you should not be. These gig apps should not be allowed to offer hourly work. Okay, you do DoorDash. Okay, what state you state coming from? I mean, you. What city and state you doing it in? Bama. Okay, yeah, okay then. You doing pretty good in your area. You doing pretty good in the area that you in. Cause DoorDash can be some shit, man. You know what I mean? DoorDash can be ridiculous. Okay, you making good money down there? I did DoorDash for a while, man. I just didn't like it, man. It wasn't. They didn't pay. They didn't. The demand for that in this area was this awful. And I'm in Virginia. I'm in Chesterfield, Virginia. Not really, just barely making it. That's why I listen to your content so I can get tips to make more money and weigh out my options. Have you? Hey, look, let me ask you something. Have you ever? You are you subscribed to my channel? Hope you are. I hope everyone on this live has subscribed to my channel, Rideshare Real Talk. But have you tried any other gig work? I'm gonna give you some game on something, man. Oh, my boy right here, O'Keefe. Okay, yeah, O'Keefe. I think you do Uber and Lyft, right? But Bam, have you tried any other gig work? Okay, Spark is pretty good, man. Um, my niece was doing Spark and what's the Instacart. Okay, cool. Appreciate that, man. Cool. Appreciate that. Yeah, my niece, she does Spark and Instacart. Have you, Bam? Have you tried any other gig work? Have you ever did rideshare driving? And if you have never did Uber Eats, Bam, I think you need to try Uber Eats, man, because a lot of people, a lot of my family members, the young lady that I'm doing a ride along with today, she does Uber Eats. She did DoorDash as well, and and she told me that she found that Uber Eats was a lot better, pay wise. You said Instacart is horrible. I ain't shopping for nobody. Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. Hey, look, let me tell you. So, bam, I'm gonna give you some game, man. I'm gonna give you some game. I'm gonna give you some game. Okay, Uber driving. If you're gonna sign up to do Uber, rideshare driving, or you can do both, or Uber Eats. But man, if you get out there and get to doing the Uber driving, man, stick with it. It ain't gonna be easy first. Okay. Also, I'm gonna give you some game on something. When you sign up, find out what's the promotion in the app that they're offering you as a new driver. Because there are gonna be different types of promotions for new drivers and new Uber Eat drivers. So take advantage of those promotions. A lot of them be in the way of guarantees. Okay. You might want to, when you started doing DoorDash, you might, and I mean when you might, excuse me, when you started doing Uber Eats or rideshare, you might want to stick it out and just see what it do. All those algorithms start off slow. Hey, what's up, O'Keefe? So you got to be mindful that those algorithms start off slow because they're trying to learn the behavior of the drivers. Okay? What your pattern is. How many hours you're going to work. What areas you tend to like to drive in. Give it some time. You know what I mean? So let me see what it says. See, the thing about Uber Eats, once they lie and say you are not the person, you will be deactivated instantly. Wow. So what I've noticed, even since riding with Ashley today, they give you a thing. They pop up. They want you to identify who you are, and they want you to put your picture in there. And once it shows that it's you, and that picture matches the identification that they have on file, they will continue your account. You know what I'm saying? So, maybe, man, maybe if you've had an issue with that, then you might need to, contact the customer service, you know, and find out what the issue is. Make sure they have the proper identification to you, because I'm pretty sure if you getting that, verification that, and you putting your picture in, if it's coming back and deactivating you, something is wrong on their end. So you need to check that. You know what I mean? Thanks for that game. Can I ask you a question? If so, man, woo, man, I've been doing rideshare over 4 years. I started out in the Lyft Express program. My channel has everything on it that you need. No, I don't have the best lighting. No, my titles might be messed all up, and my delivery. Sometimes I might take too long to get to the point, but I'm learning. But I'm giving you all the information that I know you're going to need because I couldn't find it when I started driving. And because I love y'all. Because I want you to succeed. You know? So yeah, that's it, man. I've been driving for a long time, And I've been leaving these videos for a long time. I don't have the subscribers that I'm supposed to have. Well, I had to step away, for a while. And I had some things I had to take care of and stuff like that. But I'm back now and I'm gonna drop this content on a constant basis. Okay, O'Keefe, yes, I do Uber, Lyft, just banned a brother. Oh, Lyft just banned you. I'm going to fight. I've been watching your videos and learning a lot. Also, I do roadie and shipped also. I just got approved getting any ride for e-power in Atlanta. Bam, check him out. They dropping game in the comments. They dropping game in the comments. You got roadie and you got shipped. So check them out too, Bam. You know what I mean? And man, look, let me tell you something. Don't let Lyft, man, if Lyft come with that permanent deactivation, man, I told you what you do. You go to what you do, O'Keefe, is you content in whatever state you're in, you call the corporation commission corporate call the corporation commission. Find out who is the registered agent in your city. Write it down. Find out who's Lyft's registered agent. Write it down. Go to your courthouse and file a $10,000 lawsuit in small claims against Lyft for wrongful deactivation. You don't need a lawyer. If you're going to file a lawsuit for more than $10,000, you're going to have to go through another court. And you're probably going to need a lawyer. But that's how you get them, man. That's how you get them. Okay, O'Keefe, you in ATL, Georgia. Sissy said, the people I see in this platinum say they make 2,000 a day. I'm like, Wallop, where are you at? I ain't making that. What world these people? No, let me tell you something, man. Them people making that money. If they posting them screenshots, they making that money. But I'm gonna give y'all the caveat to all the money that they're making and where it might be coming from. If you see rideshare channels, they got a lot of followers, and they got uh, a lot of they're doing a lot of videos and they got you know they're doing good on YouTube. I'm gonna tell you, they got links in their referrals to Uber and Lyft, and what they're doing is those referrals. Some people on them other ends of the referrals are completing challenges, and they're getting bonuses on the end, on the other end of them. So a lot of the money that they're making is bonuses. But them people making that money, if they're in high demand areas, driving Vegas, California, different Texas, uh, all out DC and places like that, if they're in high demand areas, they're making that money. You know what I'm saying? So, they, hey, but a lot of them, they be arrogant. You know, they want to tell you that you're not doing something right or you're not putting in the effort because they're making that money, and that's because the demand in their area is that good. Now, the way that demand works is when the demand is high in a city that someone's driving in, the algorithm has to entice these drivers to come out and fulfill that demand. So they're going to offer them better ride challenges, lucrative ride bonuses, okay? lucrative streak bonuses, all types of stuff like that. You understand? They're going to do all of that. They're going to do all of that to, excuse me, people. Yeah, somebody really hit the car. Yeah, they're going to do all of that to entice those drivers to come out and fulfill that demand. And they're going to put a bigger portion of the overall Uber and Lyft earnings in that bonus pool for those high demand areas. So if you're a driver and you barely get bonuses or you don't see them all the time, it's because you're driving in a low demand area. Or if the bonuses that you do get or the ride challenges that you do get, if they're very low, then that means the demand is low in your area. Okay, you're probably not even making money like that. So that's some real game I'm giving you. Now, he said, somebody says, I haven't gotten a challenge for Lyft in about 5 months, man. And what's it? You in Baltimore? Since you in Baltimore, you see, or then you're driving in a bad section. Then that's how you can tell what the demand is for riders in your area for that gig. If you're not getting, but you ain't got a ride challenge in 5 months, Lyft tends to do that. You know what I'm saying? He said, once I've been in this for 4 months, I haven't got a streak bonus for Lyft. See, this is what Lyft does. When you first sign up, you're gonna have some type of ride challenge, depending on which way you sign up. So if you sign up through somebody's referral link, there's gonna be a bonus, new driver bonus on the other end of that referral link, right? If you sign up through the app or online, there's a way that they give you a bonus on the other end of signing up that way. And what they will do is they will guarantee that you're going to make a certain amount of money in a certain amount of rides. They know that you're going to complete those rides before you make that certain amount of money. So whatever is left over, they give it to you as a bonus. You see what I'm saying? When Lyft gets you as a new driver for the first 2 to 2.5 months, oh, they're going to treat you like gold. Once you complete that ride bonus or whatever for new driver, you're going to get a whole bunch of streak bonuses that sounds good because they're trying to entice you to come out and drive. Then the reality sets in when you don't see those types of bonuses no more. When all of the ride challenges and all that new driver shit is gone out the way, then reality set in and then you're barely making $100 in driving 7 to 8 hours. That's when the reality set in. You know what I mean? So that's how Lyft do you. Uber do you similar, but they don't treat you as bad. You see what I'm saying? And they might not give you as much money as a new driver in the beginning as Lyft does. You know, but Uber will give you a lot of challenges and a lot of guarantees. And when those stop, reality sets in. And if you are in a low demand or medium low demand area, your ass is going to suffer. You're going to have to drive for hours on a day. So he said, okay, yeah, you in Philadelphia. Damn, I don't understand that. Man, you got to move around. You got to go to another, whatever part of Philadelphia that is that you're driving in, man, you got to move around. You're going to have to move around. You know what I'm saying? So he said, hey, do you fear that all of the knowledge you give drivers on these platforms that they will try to blacklist you for giving out this knowledge? No, man, I'm not doing anything to break any rules. I'm giving you all firsthand driver experience because I love y'all. I just, over the last couple of months, created an ebook called Lyft Car Rentals Secrets. What every driver should know before they rent a car from Lyft. That's the only thing I've ever tried to sell or get anybody on any link that I've tried to get anybody to click to purchase some off my channel. And I've got over 500 videos on my channel. What I do because I love y'all. Because when I started driving, I searched for information everywhere. And I could not find any firsthand driver experience. I found a bunch of bullshit where people posting screenshots, sitting in front of, like this, they got this son of a bitch named Ronnie Speed or whatever his name is. He's somewhere from out in California. I know a lot of you all that look at YouTube have ran across this channel. He sits in front of the computer screen with fucking Urkel glasses on, dark, funny looking glasses. And he sits in front of the computer screen in the dark and all that old bullshit. And he talks about, hey, this is why you suck at being an Uber driver. This is why you're not making any money being a Lyft driver. He's poison. He's a driver that's making a lot of money because he's sending a high rate of referrals through Uber and Lyft by way of his YouTube channel and his followers that he has across social media. So they are rewarding him and other drivers like him with these rideshare channels and followings with lucrative ride bonuses and challenges because of the high number of referrals that they're sending through the systems. Okay? And they're also getting money from the other end of the bonuses if the drivers complete the bonus. So for every 10 drivers that sign up, 2 of them is going to get that referral money for them. So if they're sending a bunch of sign-ups through their channel on a month, they're making money hand over fist. He gets on this channel and he talks a bunch of bull crap. Him, you also have the rideshare guy. He got a bunch of independent content creators on his platform, but they're aligned with Uber and Lyft greed. You can't trust nothing coming from them. Then you got this son of a bitch named the rideshare professor with the big old nose. He comes off like he's for the drivers and the gig workers, but yet he had a business at one time or still do where he rent cars to people so they can drive on Uber and Lyft and pay him a weekly fee. You know what I'm saying? And he called himself, if you get deactivated, he can help you I got a host of lawyers that will get you reactivated for a fee. So I ain't knocking what the brother doing, sell your service. But go back in my videos. I got years of videos. Go back to my videos and you go in there and you find a referral link anywhere. Like I said, over the last 3 months or more, I've been putting a referral link to one ebook that's packed with everything that anyone that's interested in joining the Lyft Express Drive program is going to need to know. All of those videos on my channel and what I'm doing now, I'm doing because I love y'all. And I want y'all to have the information that I did not have. I went through all that hardship so I can give it to y'all. Hey man, look, I want to turn this back around to Ashley, and I want her to I want her to tell y'all bye. I'm gonna end this live in a minute, okay? And get on with my Saturday and things of that nature. But Ashley, I wanna thank you for giving me the opportunity to ride along with you today and share a little bit of information about yourself, and you know, give me and the people on my live some pointers on Uber Eats and things of that nature.
Well, thank you for having me.
Oh,
I enjoyed it, and I don't mind. I mean, hey, I don't mind people giving me advice. If I could say or do something that can help somebody else, then hey, sharing is caring.
All right,
in
then.
some things.
I know that's right. Well, I enjoyed this ride with you today.
Me too. Thank you.
All right, then. And to my people, to my good people out there, hey, man, I'm about to go ahead and wrap this up. I really enjoyed talking to y'all today. I want to thank all y'all that came into this live today. Hey, man, I got some big things coming. Y'all got to stay tuned. I'm out.